think I hate you? Do I hate you? You make me irate, you. Degrading, you. Chipping away at me. I can see clearly now you're gone. Away from those eggshells that I was walking up on. Never knew which mood you'd be in, which way you'd take the conversation. I was in constant contemplation of what you might say, or that you wouldn't say anything, or what I should say, or am I wearing paper thin? I couldn't relax, I couldn't be me, I couldn't be free. But I thought it was different this time. I thought I could actually fly. I thought I wouldn't have those thoughts that I wanted to die. But then, my patience, it was tried. Argument after argument, I thought we were communicating, conversating, but instead perspirating, exasperating, grasping at straws. Sometimes we pause, but for too long. I couldn't be passive aggressive. I couldn't sit in silence while I worked out how I feel. Had to keep it real. You were keeping it real, yet you never revealed yourself to me. Tell me these stories of yourself that you hide behind. Victimhood, victim mentality, excuses for how you treated people so badly, how you treat yourself so badly. How can you love me when you don't even love yourself? I'm trying to do it both for both of our health. Instead, I was knocked off the shelf. Then, when I wasn't looking so fresh and pristine, so super nice and so clean, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, no longer prevailed. It seemed I had failed to entice you or excite you or ignite you. You don't have to be perfect, babe. I'm here for you. It's alright to cry. What a bunch of bullshit and lies. Because when tears did pour from my eyes, don't cry. You didn't know what to say. You'd sit and listen for a while, but as things got deep, we had to back off. Sometimes I'd speak, you'd hush me to silence. I'd be enthused in a conversation and you'd cut me down. It's boring, it's long. It's irrelevant. Or maybe sometimes I am waffling on because I'm trying to get to where I'm going. Have to think out loud to find the feelings that I'm showing. But you wouldn't give me patience to grow in. Thought you were holding space in time while I was getting to knowing you. But you weren't true. The red flags were there. But I ended up in despair. I was in denial for quite a long while. Is it a coincidence it was when you lacked funds? I was more in control. You had to keep me sweet. Made you nice food. You said it tastes sweet even though it had no meat. Making me think that you were keen to be vegan. But when things added up, it's just falseness, trying to be appealing. Kept telling me I was false, kept telling me I was inauthentic. Making me spend so much time assessing myself, my mental health, Self-worth was down. I was frowning because I couldn't be clowning around. Tell me to chill, not take life so seriously. But then when you're calling me out on these things, I'm just there assessing myself, thinking how I could be better, how I need to change things about me. I can only control myself. And while I'm busy doing that, while I'm busy thinking about what's wrong with me when there's really nothing wrong, maybe a couple of things, but I was already aware. Yet you didn't really care. I was just focusing on those things, not noticing your things, even though I shouldn't really care. I don't really care. I'm not really crying. Have been crying. But I'm not really sad or sorrowful in my heart because I know that now we're apart, my life can actually start. There's nothing holding me back. No boyfriend, tax. No trying to be something that I'm not. Can get caught up in others' emotions, devotions, love potions, consume me. Then I'm more gloomy, and I don't like the new me. But I like who I was just before you came along. So I'm gonna start over again. But now I'm extra super strong. And I'm not saying things went right or things went wrong. I'm just saying those things had to happen in the journey. I'm just glad it didn't take too long. And my heart, it still hurts, 'cause I care for you. I think of all the pain you've been through, and I understand why you do the things you do and act how you do. But yeah, my ego kind of gets annoyed, I guess. It's like these things you avoid to avoid stress makes me feel like you couldn't care less. I know it's just coping mechanisms. Trying to put things in boxes and isms and schisms. We are all just human. Trying not to be judgmental, but when I let my judgment down, it did make me go mental. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I know that. But that's why I'm going to work on myself. I just hope that you work on yourself too and look into the mirror, see the vision through and through. I feel like I don't have to tell you because I feel like you know these things about yourself. You did try to warn me. You did say I wasn't good for your health. But no, I was persistent. No, I tried to make it work. Even when we were arguing and driving each other berserk, but I thought love would prevail. I thought love would shine through. But love can't really do that when you don't really love me, do you? I guess I didn't really love you either, as it was probably my ego, and I couldn't really love you if it was you that I never did really know. I never knew your family, I never knew your friends. You only said stuff, never really did stuff that made me know that I could truly depend on you. You weren't that true, you were kind of sketchy and shady through and through. You didn't want to meet my friends, you didn't want to meet my family. A lot of the time I felt like you didn't really understand me. I'm a bit too liberal, I'm a bit too out there. I'm a bit too kind of one of those girls that doesn't really care about what others think. But yeah, I kind of do, and I guess that's why I cared about you and your thoughts and thought they'd be true. I give too much of myself and make it easy for people to take advantage. You said this to me. Should have known you were pretty damaged. But I managed to make another fairy tale up. But it's okay because at least we didn't get stuck in a rut. And I know we'll both learn and move and go on. Hopefully we can break the trauma from our families that's gone on and on. Maybe you'll find love and stop being so controlling. Maybe I'll find love and I'll be doing my own thing. Now I know there's nothing holding me back and I can finally get my life on track. So thank you for giving me that vision, that truth that I never really ever needed you or anyone for that matter. And life can be scattered and many things can make me fall when I feel so very flattered. When we see people through rose-tinted glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. Now my red rose glasses have been shattered. And I know that all in all, it was me that really mattered. So I'm going to look after me instead of trying to look after you. Find the goodness in myself and hope that you do too. I know the mean things you said to me you didn't really mean. I know there were bits of love in there, in between. I know you're not a bad guy. I know that you are just hurting. But back to this relationship, I shall never be reverting. So thank you for letting me freestyle this poem. I feel like you never gave me a chance to tell you how I'm feeling, and to myself I feel like I'm owing. And now my life I'm really owning. So this will be the last tear I shed. Now I'm doing my own